Good morning, children. Welcome to English class. Today we will discuss the uses of have, has, and had. Last day we saw that the root verb have is a primary auxiliary verb. Do you remember what's a primary auxiliary? Okay. A verb that can be used both as a main verb and an auxiliary verb is called a primary auxiliary, and have is one of the primary auxiliaries, and also have is an irregular verb. We discuss what's a regular verb, what's an irregular verb, and if we conjugate the verb have, you know that have is the V1 form, have and has. V2 form had, V3 form also had, and having. So it's an irregular verb. So today we are going to discuss the main uses of this have, has, and have. See, I have given here a table. So in the first column you can see affirmative, positive statement in present tense and past tense given, and second negative, and third questions. So, and the pronouns are also given here: I, we, you, and they here in the second column, he, she, and it the third column. So here, if it is present tense, along with these pronouns, which are the pronouns I, we, you, and they, we have to use have. But if it is he, she, and it, these three pronouns, we know these three pronouns are called third person singular pronouns. So with the third person singular pronouns, has is to be used. It's a basic thing. With I, we, you, and they, have is to be used. He, she, and it, has is to be used in present tense. But in past tense, with all the pronouns, with all the nouns, had can be used. There is no difference. The difference is only in present tense, and in past tense, had is to be used. And if it is negative, if you make it negative, along with I, we, you, and they, it will be don't have, and with he, she, and it, doesn't have. We learned that in order to make a sentence negative, we have to use not with the auxiliary. So if we split the verb have, it will become do have, and the negative will be don't have. And if it is has, it will be does have, and the negative will be doesn't have. And in the case of past tense, didn't have in both the cases. That means with the I, we, you, and they, it is didn't have. Likewise with the he, she, and it also didn't have. And in the case of questions, see, we know that in the case of the question, in the case of any question, the auxiliary verb should come before the subject. The auxiliary verb should come before the subject. So in present tense, along with I, we, you, and they, the question form will be do plus subject, whatever the subject, maybe I, we, you, or they, whatever it is. Do plus subject plus have is to be used. And if it is he, she, or it, does plus any of these subjects plus have is to be used. And if it is past tense, did plus subject plus have is to be used. And if it is, and here also, that means in past tense there is no change. With all the pronouns, it will be the same form. Okay, so this is the main thing, or one of the main things you have to keep in mind. So now we will come to the main uses of this have and has. See, we told that have, as it is a primary auxiliary, can be used as a main verb. So in the first part, the uses of have as a main verb is given. The first use, in order to show possession or ownership. Possession or ownership. Examples are given. I have a car, that means I possess or I own a car. And if it is he has a car. As it is I have. As it is he has a car. And the negatives. I don't have a car. And if it is he doesn't have a car. And if you make a question, it will be, do I have a car? Does he have a car? So first usage. What is that? In order to show possession. Second one, in order to show relationship. Relationship. See the examples given. Have my wife and 2 sons with me. So here while I say I have my wife and 2 sons with me, this have is used here to show the relationship. What's the relationship? She is my wife and 2 sons relationship. But if it is he, we know that instead of have it will become has. He has his. I have, he has. Or we know that if it is they or you or we, it is have, he, she or it is has. So the second use to show relationship. And the third one to show illness. For example, today I have a bad headache. Today I have a bad headache. So here this have is to show that I have this illness, in order to show that I have illness. And if it is instead of I, if it is a third person singular, Anil, today Anil has a bad headache. Why do we use has here? Anil is third person singular. Okay, if you are using a pronoun instead of Anil, we will use he. Okay, so today Anil has a bad headache. So illness, in order to show illness. Then fourth use mentioned here is feature. See the sentence given. You have a melodious voice. So this melodious voice is the feature, the special feature of the person which I referred here. Okay, you have a melodious voice. And if it is instead of you, if the subject becomes she, instead of have, it will become has. She has a melodious voice. So in order to show feature, have or has can be used. Then experience. What is that? See, look at the sentences. I think you have a great time in the party. That was the experience. You attended the party and it was a wonderful time. That experience is mentioned. A great time, a wonderful time, etc. I think you have a great time in the party. I think Anju has a bad time. That experience, it is not compulsory that experience should be a good experience or a positive experience. Can be something, a negative experience also, an unpleasant experience. Maybe a pleasant or unpleasant experience. So whatever it is, in order to show experience, we can use have or has. I think you have a great time in the party. I think Anju has a bad time. So here has is used because here the subject Anju, third person singular. Then have is used in the meaning of to eat something, to eat. See, my friends have their breakfast at 8 a.m. My friends have their breakfast. But if it is my friend, has. Okay, my friends plural, so have is to be used. If it is my friend, it is singular, so has is to be used. Accordingly, the pronoun that follows also should be, see here as it is my friends, their. As it is my friend, his. Okay, so my friends have their breakfast at 8 a.m. That means they eat food, breakfast at 8 a.m. See, even though we use the term, use this word have or has in the meaning of eat, in normally in spoken form, in colloquial form, instead of telling I eat my breakfast, the the usage is I have my breakfast, or I had my breakfast in the past form. Okay, we are not commonly using eat, even though the meaning is same. We are using have in the meaning of eat. So, as a main verb, have or has have these six main uses. Okay, then the point you have to keep in mind is that in the case of the first four, that means while have or has is used to show possession, relationship, illness, or a feature. In the case of the four uses, the importance is that we cannot use the ing form of have in these sentences. It is wrong usage. Got it? While we use have or has to show possession, relationship, illness, or a feature, we cannot use ing form. We cannot use having there. Because we know that while we say verb, the normal definition we have learned about verb is that verb is a word that shows an action. A verb is a word that shows an action, doing word. But here we know that there is no action. In the case of these four uses, it is a state or situation. While we use have or has, a state or situation. So we cannot use ing form. I cannot say I am having a car. That's a wrong usage. Or I cannot say I am having my wife and two sons. Wrong. I cannot say today I am having a bad headache. No, no need. Or you are having a melodious voice also cannot be told, because of the reason that in all the four situations, a state or a situation is shown using have or has, so no ing form can be used. But in the cases of uses 5 and 6, while we use have or has to show an experience, or while we use the word in the meaning of eat, ing form can be used. Okay, for example, in this case I can say I think you are having a great time, or I think Anju is having a bad time, or a pleasant time, or unpleasant time, whatever it is. Or here I can say that my friends are having their breakfast, or my friend is having his breakfast can be told. Okay, while we use have to show an experience, or in the meaning of eat, ing form can be used. Otherwise, while we use it to show possession, relationship, feature, etc. And one more we have mentioned, what is that? Illness. We cannot use having. Don't use having. That is a wrong usage. So, in the case of only experience, or while we use have or has in the meaning of eat, we can use ing form. So that you have to specially keep in mind. Then we know that have can be used as auxiliary verb also. And what's the function of an auxiliary verb? What's the function of an auxiliary verb? No doubt, the function of an auxiliary verb is to help a main verb to form particular tense, to give particular ideas to that particular tense. And we know that an auxiliary verb cannot stand alone. It is the function of auxiliary verb, as the name indicates, help. It's helping verb, helping the main verb. Okay. So while we use have or has or had as an auxiliary verb, that is in perfect tenses. Perfect tenses. What is perfect tense? Forms of have plus V3 form of the main verb is called perfect tenses. So in all the perfect tenses, the forms of have will be here. So I have mentioned it here. Have or has plus V3 in present perfect tense. That is have or has plus V3 present perfect tense. And had plus V3 in past perfect tense. Have or has plus been plus V1 ing form. that is present perfect continuous tense. Had been plus V1 ing is past perfect continuous tense. Will or shall plus have plus V3 future perfect tense. Will or shall plus have plus been plus V1 ing future perfect continuous tense. So just keep in mind that the forms of have or has or had as an auxiliary verb is used in perfect tenses. And I think there is no need of going in detail about the tenses and the uses, because the coming classes, while we come to the topic tense, we will learn all the tenses and the uses in detail. Now just keep in mind that as an auxiliary verb, the forms of have can be used or are used in perfect tenses. Okay, then so in the first part we saw that have or has, and there is difference according to the subject. With the third person singular we have to use has, but in the case of had, in the past form, had can be used with all the pronouns. Okay, then see, based on the uses we have discussed now, there is an exercise given, that is you have to use have or has. It's a very simple one. There is nothing difficult, but we will just come to that exercise also. We dash a new English teacher. Is it have or has? Okay, in order to see whether it is have or has, you have to look at the subject, and here the subject is we, and we learned that with we, have is to be used, not has. So we have a new English teacher. Second one, my boss dash such a bad temper. My boss. So while we say my boss, it is okay, third person singular, so has is to be used. My boss has such a bad temper. I never dash breakfast because I am never hungry. I, with I, have, and if it is he, has. Okay, the houses all dash blue windows. The houses all, as it is houses, plural form, so have is to be used. The houses all have blue windows. An elephant dash four legs and a big trunk. An elephant, third person singular, so has. Okay, an elephant has four legs and a big trunk. Then sixth one, many poor people dash no money to spend. Many poor people, so plural, so have is to be used. Many poor people have no money to spend. The child dash red hair and very white skin. Subject is the child, that is third person singular, so has is to be used. The child has red hair and very white skin. Okay, so these are the main things which I have to discuss with you today. The uses of have, has and had, and with I, we, you and they, have is to be used in present tense, he, she, it, has is to be used. But with all the pronouns in past tense, had cannot be used, and also in negative and questions the differences we have discussed, and the main uses we discussed, have or has used as main verb. And the thing you have to keep in mind is that while we use have or has to show possession, relationship, illness and feature, that is to show a state or a situation, so no ing form can be used. If you use ing form, that is wrong, so don't use ing form having in the case of these four uses. But in the case of experience, and while we use it in the meaning of to eat, ing form can be used, that is acceptable. So these things you have to keep in mind. And have or has as an auxiliary is used mainly in, not mainly, that is used in perfect tenses. In all the perfect tenses, there will be the forms of have, and after the forms of have, it should always be V3 form of the verb. That is perfect tense, and the uses of the perfect tenses we will learn in detail in the next classes. Okay, this is all the things which I have to discuss today. So we'll stop for today. See you tomorrow with another topic. Okay, thank you.